Hey, it's Charlie Ray. Welcome back to my channel. And as I said on my previous video, I am going to be doing some embroidery. So I decided to use a book to learn to embroider. I'm not really sure why I didn't go straight to YouTube, but I don't know. This is just the way I decided to do it. So I picked out a book at the library and I scanned through it, taking a look at different projects and picking out ones that I wanted to work on. And I actually picked out the projects I wanted to do before I even read through the book and learned how to do any of the stitches or anything like that. And while I still want to do the projects that I picked out, I didn't realize that the book was set up so that the projects in the beginning are more geared towards practicing specific stitches. And then later, the projects have mixed stitches within the same project. While I would like to learn all the stitches that are talked about in this book, there are some that I want to learn first, so I'm not necessarily going in the order that things are in the book. I do think this is a great book to learn from. I didn't use any other resources so far, but I do plan to use some resources on YouTube after I get the hang of some of these stitches and the supplies. So speaking of the supplies, I already purchased a few things before I got the book that I thought that I needed. I got needles, floss, hoops, and I got some of this flour sack towels, some of these flour sack towels. I got the needles in 2 different sizes, and I also got the hoops in 2 different sizes and 2 different types. Okay, so I have an appointment in just over half an hour. I like to arrive early, so I sometimes bring some things with me so that I can work on something and not have that time just be lost. So I brought this, the flour sack towels that I bought for doing the embroidery. So I'm going to open this now. This thing is huge, so I don't think I'll be doing enough, at least not at this stage, to use this whole thing, so I will probably have to cut it. One of the first things that you have to do is to trace your pattern. So I've brought my book with me and I have my tabs in. The first one I was going to do is Ocean Waves. That is this one. So I'm going to look in the back for that pattern. So I kind of wanted to use one of these smaller ones, but that's definitely not going to work for this. And I'm actually wondering, oh wow, don't know if I'm even going to be able to do this one. So I think, because this 6-inch embroidery hoop is the largest one I have. So what I think I may need to do, actually the pattern says to use a 6-inch hoop. So a 6-inch hoop, but then an 8-inch piece of fabric. So I think I was mixing that up. Okay, so this should be fine, but I kind of feel like I guess I would have to move the hoop around because that outside line is right there, or maybe it's just so that it fits right up to it and I don't necessarily stitch this outside line. So I'm going to trace this and then cut it out and get it in the hoop. Okay, so one of the, I'll just tell you guys this while I get this all traced out, I'm going to just tell you guys something really quickly that I read in a book. So I'll be looking down, but bear with me. So, there were a few supplies that I did not purchase because I didn't know about them, because I kind of jumped the gun and bought some things before I actually read that part of the book. Oops. But anyway, so one of the things that was mentioned that I did not purchase because I didn't know about it was like something to transfer the pattern, like special pens or pencils that like what do you call it, are washable and different things like that, different options. But it also said that you can use a pencil in a pinch on light fabric, and because I am just starting out with this and just learning, I don't really see the need to go ahead and buy that, buy a what do you call that, a special tracing pencil right now, especially because this little bit of fabric that I purchased will probably last me for a good little while. So when I get some practice with this and decide to get more fabric, I will probably then make that purchase in the future. So this is what the tracing looks like so far, but let me hurry up and get this done. Oh, look at all of this thread, so many colors, so many options. So even though I already have some floss, I wanted to see what they had at Joann's, and it is so hard to resist just getting a couple of every single color that's here, but that's not what my craft budget is right now. So I'm just gonna pick out some of these and then I will get those back home and get to work on some projects. I found it pretty difficult to keep my mind on the actual colors that I needed for the things that I wanted to make, because some of the colors were just so pretty that I wanted to get them and decide what to make with them later. But I actually didn't get too many things that I didn't already have a project in mind for, but I could have gotten less if I would have stuck to projects that are just going to be the first few things that I'm making. So I definitely brought the book with me so that I can see what colors she had. And somehow I still forgot to get the different blues that I needed to do the water. I ended up with just one blue because I put one back forgetting that I needed it for the blue on this first project that I did. So even though I want to try out this type of embroidery floss, I also got a couple more of the kind that I already had before, just the main one, I guess, that I usually see in most stores. And I knew I had some at home, so I just grabbed a couple. I also stopped to take a look at a few other supplies that I thought I might need in the coming weeks, but mostly I decided not to get those right now. I did end up getting a needle threader before heading out of this section and out of the store. I knew that it was snowing outside and I wanted to get home before it started coming down too heavily. This is the original one I was working on in the car, but as you can see, I tried to erase here and it was a problem. So even though the pencil marks on it well, I'm not sure if this is going to be good, because if I didn't make any mistakes, it wouldn't be a big deal, because I would have just been stitching over the lines. However, because I did, it was a problem. So I didn't have time to deal with that in the car, and I really wanted to get this traced out. So I simply started over in a new spot. Okay, so I found these tracing pencils. I only see these two kinds. They're not very expensive. I somehow didn't buy these, but wish I had. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and cut this up because it'll just be easier for me. I also found it a little bit of a problem dealing with all the extra fabric. I don't know, maybe because I'm a beginner, it was more of an issue, but in any case, I'm going to try and hoop this up. I've decided to start out trying the wooden ring. I forgot what you call these things. So anyway, let's loosen this up without taking the screw all the way out. And put this under here. Let's see. I think that looks pretty good. We tighten it up a little bit. And like, see how there's like some give to this. It's kind of loose. It needs to be tighter according to what this book says. So I'm just going to try to get that to be a little bit tighter. I think that sound means that it's tight enough. Obviously just a beginner, so if you guys know something about that, please let me know. Also, I just bought some like inexpensive rings for this because since I'm a beginner, I really want to see how things go and what things work and what don't, so I can make more informed decisions on any supplies or anything that I need. So I think I'm gonna go with this, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this so that it doesn't drive me crazy while I'm trying to work on this project. Okay, so this is what we are starting with. Okay, so I did pick up I think it was one of those, and I think this green. I did pick up a couple more skeins of embroidery floss while I was at the store. Let me go ahead and make some decisions on what I'm going to use for this project. Had to get some lotion. My hands are so dry right now. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so for the waves, you know what? Just realized I don't have any blue. That is interesting. I could just change these waves to hills and use the green. Not sure if I want to do that. Well, I do have some yellow for the sun. The thing is, okay, so I do have some blue, but while I was at the store, you know what? Let me just show you real quick. Okay, so I do have this blue. I didn't want to use these until I get some practice with the less expensive ones. So I don't know, y'all. Plus, this is the only blue I have. So if I use this for the water, I could use something like this, because then, you know, cloud silver lining. I have this silver, and I think that is what I'm going to do. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll use the silver for the clouds, the blue for the ocean, and this yellow for the sun. So I'll put these other ones away for now so I can get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this out just because I already wear glasses, so I really did not want to struggle with trying to thread the needles. So yes, I'm gonna use this, and oh, of course I need the needles. It says here to use a size 3 embroidery needle. And I have the 2 packs that I bought here. So this is the 1 through 5, but I don't know which one is 3 out of this group. So it seems, oh wait, I think she said the lower the number. Yes, it's the lower the number, the larger the needle. So okay, since I am using 2 different types of embroidery floss, this may be a good way for me to figure out which one I like more. Okay, so I realized that I didn't see anything about how to finish this stitch. So because the next one I need to do is like all the way over here. I don't want to drag the thread from here over there or either over there. So I need to like bind it off or fasten it off. I guess I'll just make a knot. Okay, so this is how far I've gotten. This is crooked, but I'm debating whether I want to take it a loose or not. I probably will end up doing so after I've done the rest of things, or I might just leave it because it's just a mistake that I made while learning, because it's not the only mistake that I've made. So this is how far I've gotten. I do have some mistakes, like right here, this was supposed to be curved more, like go up like this more. I don't know, it got away from me. But I did leave a few lines here that I'm also going to make silver. I was doing the blue last, and I'm switching back over to do these last few lines silver. So this portion here and this little piece on the side, I am going to make those green, and these are the choices that I'm going with. I think this is too light, so let's take this out. So I think I may alternate these two in this section, but before I get to that, I'm gonna put that to the side and okay, so I'm supposed to leave a little border around here, and hopefully, I think this is enough. I am obviously just guesstimating and not measuring, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so the next thing that I could do is either stitch along this fabric and like pull it taut so that it sits on the inside, or I can simply go around and glue all the edges in like this. I had some glue, but that would have been great for this, but I am out of it, and I don't want to wait to finish this video for me to order more because I only know where to get it online. I've not seen it in the store before. So I'm going to call this project done for now, and the next thing I'm going to do in this process is So I'm gonna call this project done for now, but I do want to point out a couple of things. So I only had one blue, and so I used a silver for the clouds, and then I mixed that same silver into the water. And then I decided that it would be kind of cute to have like a little piece of land here for the water to be bumping into. So I chose this couple of mounds to do in two different greens that I had. And looking right here, I assume this is what they are referring to when they say something is puckering. So even though I was able to do this side much faster than I did this side, I think the best ones were like right in here where it wasn't as messy and it wasn't puckered. So I still have some work to do. Of course, this is what I started with, so it wasn't doing that down here. So I think, you know, I'm okay with this stitch. But overall, I had a good time doing this, and I'm so glad I did. There are some things that I wanted to do in the future that include embroidery, and I did not know how to embroider. So that is why I wanted to do this. So my next step in this process is just going to be learning more stitches, and then like getting those all mixed up and just basically getting practice. But in my next video, I'm going to be doing my next embroidery video. Anyway, I'm going to be doing some different stitches and also a couple more projects, so it'll be a little bit more condensed, and it's probably going to take me a little while to get that done, so I won't have that video ready for probably a couple of weeks. But if you are interested in seeing where this little embroidery journey takes me, please do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so you will be informed when those videos come out. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys hung out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.